The section playoffs for hockey happens at Amsoil Arena. For basketball, we head to Romano Gym. In Section 7 AA, seems like an annual meeting between Pierz and Esko, the 2 vs 3 seed matchup, with the winner advancing to take on Pequot Lakes in the finals. Esko also trying to capture their first state tournament berth since 2020. Off the opening tip, sophomore Braxton Mail takes on 3 defenders, still gets the basket to go, plus the foul for the early lead. Pierz then scores 12 unanswered points, including this J from junior Tyler Kimmin. Pioneers go up by 10. But someone once told me basketball is a game of runs. Esko quickly went on theirs. First shot's blocked, but then senior Graham Hartlieb hits one from downtown Esko to tie up the game at 18. Him and Mail doing everything they could to keep Esko in this one, connecting in transition for another basket. Both had double-digit points in that first half. But Pierz would rally in the second half. Esko falls by 9 points, 75-66, your final. The Section 7 Single-A semifinals also taking place tonight up in Hibbing. The top-seeded Cherry Tigers taking down Barnum 78-51. And the MIB Rangers also advancing to the finals with a 56-40 win over Deer River. The Rangers and Tigers now meet in the section finals, which is set for this Friday, March 13th, also in Hibbing. Down at the girls' state tournament, the Rockridge Wolverines fell in the quarterfinal round to the Red Knights 88-53, but the Duluth Marshall Hilltoppers advancing to the semis with a 27-point win over Sauk Center. Chloe Johnson leading the team with 35 points tonight. 3 members of the Northwestern Tigers basketball team given all-conference honors today. Juniors Camden Kroll and Tyson Teal, as well as senior Ethan Harms, all named to the Heart of North all-conference teams. Kroll was named to the first team after averaging over 20 points per game this season and setting the new all-time single-game scoring record with the Tigers when he had 45 points against Spooner. A big congrats to this talented Tigers trio.